Good morning to all. In this today's class, we are discussing about the new lesson, ninth lesson, Atomic and Nuclear Physics. So, in this lesson, everything occupies space. So, that is called matter. Matter classified into three types, that is solid, liquid, and gaseous stage. In this unit, we are discussing about the theoretical models of atoms. So, with the help of some of the scientists already proposed that some of the theories, that is Bose atom model is more successful than the J.J. Thomson and Rutherford atom model. So, and also explained many unsolved issues also. So here in this lesson we are deeply study about the atomic and nuclear physics. So in this atom consists of electrons and nucleus. So the electrons always revolving around the nucleus. The nucleus is also made up of protons and neutrons. So even the protons and neutrons are also made up of the fundamental entities, that is called the quarks. So we are discussing in this class with the atomic and the nuclear physics. So the size of the atom is in your book, the introduction part. Size of the atom is comparison of the size of an atom with the apple and also the comparison with the earth. So what is the size of the atom? It is very small when compared to the earth, like that. So the atom is also, the size of the atom is also very small, that is a tiny, and also its size is around 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and also their nucleus part is 10 to the power minus 15 meter. So this is the size of the atom. The first topic is electric discharge through gases. So in this topic, gases at normal atmospheric pressure are poor conductors of electricity. So we are now studying about the good conductors of electricity, that is the gases are good conductors of electricity. So with the help of the discharge tube. So here this is the gas discharge tube. It consists of a long glass tube of nearly 50 centimeter length and also the diameter of 4 centimeter, and the gas in pure form is filled in this discharge tube, and also small opening in the tube is also that can be connected to the high vacuum pump and also a low pressure gauge. So and also the electrodes is also connected through the coils. The electrodes are connected to the positive is known as the anode, that you know already, and also the electrode is connected to the negative is called the cathode, and it can be maintained as a potential is 50 kilowatt. So next, what happens when we are decreasing the pressure value of the gas inside the tube? So first we have to reduce around 110 millimeter of mercury using the vacuum pump. So there is a no discharge takes place inside the gas tube. So when the pressure is also and reduced by 100 mm of mercury, so and the discharge of electricity through the tube takes place. So and also further we have to decreases in the order of 10 millimeter of, that is 10 mm of mercury. A luminous column is also produced, that is called the positive column. So it can be formed from anode to cathode, and also further reduce the pressure. It can be that is the pressure is 0.01 millimeter of mercury. The positive column disappear and also forms a dark space on that. So that's dark space is considered as a Crookes dark space. So that color is a green color like this. You see that in this picture. So this is the last stage, and also some invisible rays is also that is produced from this cathode part. So that is called cathode rays. And also finally further it forms a beam of electrons also. So in this discharge tube, the production of this electron rays and also the beam of electrons. So this is the method of producing the cathode rays and the beam of electrons. And now discussing the properties of the cathode rays. So first one, the cathode rays is always possessing their energy and also momentum, and it can be always travels in a straight line, and also in the order of speed of that is 10 to the power 7 meter per second, and it can be deflected by, both the that is deflected by the electric fields. So they are considered as a negatively charged particles because of always it can be attract towards the positive electrons. So that's why they are considered as a negatively charged particles. And also the second property is it can be allowed to pass on any matter that heat is produced and also forms a fluorescence when they fall on a crystals and minerals. So fluorescence means it gives a glow of light, so that is called fluorescence. And also the third property is when they fall on a that is material of high atomic weight, so X-rays can be produced because of Coolidge tube. When they can be hit in the high this heavy target, it can be forms the X-rays. And also the fourth property, the cathode rays always ionizing the gas through which they pass. It can be passed on any gases, it can be ionized. Ionizing means the addition of removal of electrons. It can be ionized and also mingle with the other type of gases also. And the fifth property is the speed of cathode ray is, we have to compare it to the speed of light. You know very well about the speed of light, that is 3 into the power 8 meter per second. So in the speed of light, 1 by 10th of the speed of light of the cathode rays. So these are all the properties of the cathode rays. Then next we will find out the determination of specific charge, that is E by m of an electron in Thomson's experiment. Let us see the experimental arrangement of this experiment. So see this picture. So in this picture, so this is the experimental arrangement of Thomson's model. So by this experiment, by the variation of the electric and magnetic field, the specific charge of the cathode rays is measured. So here we have to produce the cathode rays. So how can we produce the cathode rays? So here the battery is connected to the Coolidge tube. So and the electric and magnetic field is present. So by the deflecting plates are present, by this deflecting plates the electric field can be produced, and perpendicular the magnetic field, north and south field is there. And before that, so the cathode rays produced at cathode or attached towards the anode disc A. The anode disc is provided with a pinhole, that's why it can allow to only a narrow beam of cathode rays. So these cathode rays are now allowed to pass through the parallel metal plates, so which are maintained at high voltage. Then the cathode rays strike the screen and they produce the bright spot that can be absorbed by the screen. So that screen is coated with the zinc sulfate. So we have to clearly observe that bright spot at the screen. So this is the production of the cathode rays. So by this production we have to find out the specific charge, that is E by m. So first determine the velocity of cathode rays. So for this determination, the electric field is fixed and we have to adjust the magnetic field at the electron rays or strike out in the original position of O. So here the magnitude of electric force is balanced by the magnitude of the magnetic force. So let's find out the charge of the cathode rays. Then EE is equal to, that is electric field, that is force of electric field, FE is equal to EE, and also the force of magnetic field FB is equal to EBV. So comparing the two forces value, that is electric field is equal to magnetic field, so EE is equal to EBV. So the charge of the electron EE cancel, then you will find out the V value. V is equal to E by B. So that is electric field by magnetic field, that is force of the electric field by magnetic field, that is the V value. Then determination of specific charge here. So next one, the determination of specific charge. In this specific charge, the cathode rays are accelerated from cathode to anode. Then the potential energy of the cathode beams are converted into kinetic energy. So first, V is the voltage difference, that is potential difference between the cathode and the anode. Then the potential difference is EV. Then kinetic energy is of mv square. Then we have to, according to the law of conservation of energy, the potential energy is equal to kinetic energy. So EV is equal to of mv square. That's why we have to find out E by m is equal to v square by 2v. For substituting the velocity value for this equation, then you will finally you will get E by m is equal to half of E square by b square into 1 by v. So for this substituting all the values of E, B and V, then you will find out the specific charge. The specific charge can be determined as, that is a constant. So 1.7 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. So this is the charge of, that is the specific charge of an electron. So next we will find out that the deflection of charge only due to the uniform electric field. So in this deflection of charge only due to the uniform electric field, but we have to remove the magnetic field. So what happens? So the electron rays present at the bright spot at the center region O, it can be deviated to the distance y. So and it can be sprittered in at the plates also. So at the end of the plates also, that distance is considered as y dash, and the spot, the original spot to that deviation spot, so that is the screen distance, can be considered as a y. So y dash is the deviation point at the edge of the plate, and also the distance of screen, that is screen distance is y. So we have to find out this values, that is the time value for the time taken value, and also accelerated electrons value, and substitute in the equation, that is second equation, y dash is equal to ut plus half at square. Then we will find out the value of deflection y on the screen. So let's find out the value. So we have to find out the equation of motion, the second equation, y dash is equal to ut plus half at square. So in this the initial velocity u is equal to 0. Then we will find out the a value, that is acceleration value, and also the time taken value. First we have to find out the acceleration value. So in this acceleration value, so we have to taken the value of, that is first we have to taken the values of the deflection in the vertical direction, that is the electric force value is Fe is equal to Ee. So and we have to find out the acceleration value by using the Newton's, according to the Newton's second law of motion, the acceleration of the electron is F is equal to ma. So A is equal to F by m, and A is equal to, substitute the value of F value here, E. So E by m into electric field. So then you have to find out the time taken value for that. So here, so let t be the time taken, and it can be travel in the electric field. Let L be the length of one of the plates. Then the time taken will be t is equal to L by v. Then you have to substitute these two values in the equation of motion, second equation. Then half a value E by m and t value L by v, that is whole square. Then finally you will get y dash is equal to half E by m L square b square by E. So here therefore the deflection y on the screen is y is directly proportional to y dash. So it can be y is equal to cy dash. So substitute the value of y dash above value, that is y dash value, then y is equal to c into y dash value. So here we have to find out that is specific charge also. E by m is equal to 2ye divided by cl square b square. So this is the specific charge value, and this value is also 1.7 into 10 to the power 11 coulomb per kg. Next we will find out the magnetic field value. Okay, in your new syllabus it can be reduced, that is magnetic field value can be reduced. So I can quit up to this. We will continue in the next class.